Hello.
Dermot, I might start with yourself. It's been a while since you've been in the Ireland squad. Good to be back.
Yeah, no, it's great to be back. I think it's something you always miss when you're not in here, and it was definitely, I thought it might be off the cards for me for a while. I kind of took a little bit of time off after leaving the Sevens programme, but just kind of missed it so much that I ended up back with Munster and back into Belleville for the club season, and just found a kind of a love for it again. I'm delighted that that's sort of showing on the pitch now as well, and getting to play a bit more free-flowing rugby, so really enjoying it, yeah.
Had you stopped playing rugby entirely, or just
took a susbiog, yeah. I just took a small break after Sevens. It was a roller coaster, like, you know, it's a fairly high octane game, and you're on the road a lot, so I had a few other things that I'd maybe left behind in my life to figure out and sort out. But the opportunity to come back into 15s has been unbelievable, really, and there's a really good buzz in the group, so I've been living for that, really. And yeah, it's the same thing, just really enjoying it.
Was there a particular person or reason who got you back into it again?
I think just the girls in general, like, I mean, you know, people in rugby are my family, really, you know, and my best friends are all playing. It's been an unbelievable opportunity to take to the field with people that were maybe just coming on the scene when I was in and out of it.
Yeah.
So that's been very special. I think also from a club point of view, Tanya and Johnny at Old Belleville have been unbelievable for me this year, as has all the management there, just backing me and kind of giving me the space to play a bit of open rugby as well. Like, that's been really special. And the same then when I got back to Munster and back to that kind of that fighting mentality. Briggsy and the coaching staff down there were unbelievable as well. So it's all just driven on and kept building. I think just led to the excitement and the feel of wanting to push on again, yeah.
And speaking of Munster, you played number 8 hooker. Is there a preference of where you're going to be hoping to play?
Everywhere.
Yeah, on the ball. Yeah, anywhere where I can, you know, do the stuff that I love doing. So we're really systems orientated at the moment, trying to build up a good kind of consistency in the style of play, so that we have a really good platform to build off. So from a point of view of positions, doesn't really bother me that much. Just want to be where I can be most useful and kind of use the best parts of my game to the team's advantage, really.
And maybe just one question for you. You made your debut in Japan,
yeah.
Won those 2 caps there and scored a try as well. How much do you think you've come on though in the last 7-8 months since stepping into the full-time programme as well since then?
Oh God, like so much. I think this last few months has been the most I've played 15s. I was in Sevens for a while, and it is obviously you learn a lot there and it builds your game a lot, but like being able to play AIL for that week in, week out, and I know I missed the provincial because of an injury, but then we got to go into Celtic Cup. Like, it's just getting that games and the reps in each week. Like, you learn so much from playing, and that's where I think I've learned the most. Like I look back at Japan, and I look at myself like I was playing 15 and I hadn't played much there, but I went into it and I loved it, and the last few months I've been learning more and more, so I feel a bit more ready now.
Maybe, I suppose, Irish rugby's at a high at the moment with what happened last weekend with the dual Grand Slams. Do you look upon that as inspiration ahead of the start of a new championship? Yeah,
of course. Like, obviously, yes, but I think at the same time we're in a different place. Like, for our journey, like, we're only recently contracts have come in, and we're building at the moment. Like, I think the men have done brilliant, and they are definitely an inspiration. Like, we see them in here around all the time, and I think to build to where they are would definitely be a goal for us.
And I suppose you touched on there, Neil, what's the difference you noticed? Because of course this is the first Six Nations campaign with those professional contracts. What's the big differences you've noticed over since November?
Yeah, I think for me, like, you're able to build on your core skills, and like we do so much every day, like in terms of like just like the basics, and to be able to focus like just on rugby is, I think, makes a big difference. I know a lot of the older girls that were working like have been able to pull back on that. Like, I'm still in college, but at the same time it leaves me free to like not have to have a part-time job and be able to just play rugby and do my college as well. So it takes a bit of the stress off it as well, which I think is really good.
And I suppose just looking at the championship as a whole, is there a target? Is it trying to break into the top 3? Would that be a realistic target?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think this campaign is going to be so much different to previous, because obviously so much has built in the last year with Irish women's rugby. So yeah, top 3 is definitely our goal, and hopefully we'll get there.
And Gerald, from your own point of view, I suppose, it's a young squad, there's players obviously they're unavailable because the dual players. What do you think is the aim this year? How do you assess the championship?
I think performances for us, as you said, like we are a new squad. There's great momentum in the squad after, the contracts is huge for us. The Japan campaign was massive as well. Like people learned so much from that experience, just even in terms of how to prepare for an international. All those little things, having the experience and the time to work on those skills off of the pitch, they're all huge factors in the success of a campaign, but they all build towards how you perform on pitch. So when we get the mindset right and we get our systems right, then we can express ourselves off the back of a really good foundation. So that's what we'll be looking for from the offset.
Obviously massively disappointing to see some of the big name players that aren't available because they're dual players, of course. Have you addressed that? Have you discussed that? Do you try to flip it on its head as regards to the opportunities that creates?
Honestly, I think, look, we're all women's players, so I think having success in both departments, 7s and 15s, is the ultimate goal. We're quite confident in both squads, and I think within the 15s there's a really good buzz at the moment, really good connection. Sometimes it is hard to have that in and out, and obviously we want everybody that's best on pitch all the time, but we're well able to deal with those changes. I think it shows that we're building a lot of depth as well, that we can have that competitive edge regardless of whether the 7s have a tournament on mid-season and whatnot. So it's been really good for us, I think, to know that we can still achieve even if the girls aren't around.